Authenticity is a statement. Authenticity says, I am enough, how I am, as I am, and where I am right now. I spent years from high school and even in college trying to fit in. I would do things that I wouldn't normally do otherwise because I wanted to be part of the in crowd. Back then, I didn't know who I was yet, or who I wanted to be for that matter. I would dress a certain way, speak a certain way, and act a certain way, as not to stand out and be in. In high school and college, when you stand out, you are looked at as different. And back then, I didn't want to be viewed as different. When you were different to the in crowd, you stood out like a sore thumb. You stood out like a sore thumb. I wish I knew then what I know now. The way I was then was all fake. That wasn't me. That was them. I hid me. I don't hide me anymore because I am proud of me. I love who I am. I don't fit in. I don't conform to what society always considers normal. I don't give a damn about the opinions of others anymore. I don't try to people please anymore. I don't do or say things that don't serve me or show who I am. I am now standing and walking in my truth. Authenticity is about character. How you are as a being, not only to yourself, but to others as well. It's the characteristics that stand out behind what you say and what you believe. Staying true to what you believe despite what others think is key in being authentic. You shouldn't bend to fit to other people's beliefs. You are you, and there's no other like you. If you believe in something, show it, stand up for it, and don't back down just because others don't agree. The noise from the world can stray you away from the true version of yourself. We become so caught up in social media and trying to keep up with this and that while doing this and that our authentic selves become distorted. Society values the superficial more than the deeper, more real parts. Maybe the deep parts are too deep for some to handle or too real for some to digest. Before I began to put forth the time and effort into developing myself, I was very impressionable. And that was me, trying to stay on bandwagons of new trends and challenges, etc. All for the acceptance of people. And thinking back, it was for acceptance of people I didn't care about, like, or look up to. Yeah, social media will do that. To run towards authenticity, we have to strip ourselves of everything. Social media, who we think we should be, other people's opinions, and everything we were taught as a child. I'll say that again. Everything that we were taught as a child. Take a step back or a fast from social media to avoid any influence. Get out of your head. Who you think you should be is not who you are. Embrace who you are today. Love her. Care for her. This is who you are. You have to accept that. And once you accept that piece, things will begin to align for you. But acceptance is the first step. Acceptance is the key. The opinions of others are useless. They are just that, opinions. They don't make you or break you. For anyone to have an opinion about you without taking the time to look at themselves, they're deflecting their problems onto you. Do not take it personal when someone deflects onto you. That is a reflection of them, not you. Things you learned as a child were the values and morals that your parents once had or have. Sometimes it can be hard to let those things go due to fear of judgment from the family or feeling as if you're betraying them. Those values and morals aren't necessarily yours, and you have to take the time to reevaluate them to determine if they serve you or if you were just hanging on to hang on. What are your values? What are your morals? Your own. What has life taught you, and what have you learned along the way? Those are your values. Those are your morals. take the time to discover them. Become in tune with yourself and aware of yourself. Pay attention to your thoughts, behaviors, actions, and reactions. What are you thinking first thing in the morning and throughout the day? What are you thinking at bedtime? Are those thoughts negative in nature? Are they doubtful? Are they positive? Are they encouraging? How do you act around work friends? How do you act around actual friends? How do you act around family and at home? Are they all different acts? Are you putting on a new mask to be around a certain group? Are you holding back around certain people? How do you react to certain situations? Are you easily triggered? Can you keep it together? Do you bite your tongue? Thinking of answers to these questions will help you better understand where you are in your authenticity journey. Search deep and figure out the whys to some of these questions. This will help you understand the root of some of your reactions, actions, thoughts, and behaviors. The questions help you to get to know you even better than you do already. The answers will help you to build on becoming your most authentic self. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't get caught up on the bandwagon of others and their opinions. If that truly is not your honest opinion and feelings, then stay true to yourself and speak honestly. Be consistent with what you say and do. Follow through on what you say and what you do. Many people will hear me say something out loud and agree with me at that moment, mostly family. But then when I try to follow through, they don't understand. If I say I'm not going to this event or talking to this person, then when the event comes time to attend, don't expect me to change what I said. I said I'm not going, and I said I'm not talking to this person who will also be in attendance. I meant what the fuck I said. You have to be able to live up to what you are putting out. Avoid hiding who you are to make others comfortable. Be true to your preferences, likes, and dislikes. This makes up who you are, so avoid hiding those pieces. Some people will love you, and others won't like you, and that's okay. It isn't a popularity contest, but by hiding or burying pieces of you, that's what you are making it. You are putting vice grips on your true self when you hide. Allow her to be free, express herself, and show the world. Take the time to reevaluate your goals, interests, morals, and values. We are constantly changing, growing, and blooming, and with that, those things change. Taking time to evaluate and continue to build who you are tells yourself that you're on the right track or that you need to change something to help you navigate your way back on track. Values, morals, interests, and goals from 1 year ago may not serve your purpose today. That's okay, as long as you recognize that and know enough to reevaluate those things and to implement things that are going to work for you on your journey today. Avoid negative self-talk. Others may try to get you down and throw stones and daggers to try and break you. Don't let it. And don't allow those thoughts of others infiltrate your mind. Try to catch yourself when you think of negative thoughts or speak negatively about yourself. Replace the thoughts and words with positive ones. One thing I would say when I made a mistake or didn't catch on to something at work is, "Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I should have known that." More recently, I began to give myself grace. You can't know everything. Therefore, you aren't dumb. You're learning. Now, when the thought pops in my head, I let it in, but I don't allow it to sit on the couch and have refreshments. I don't entertain it. I replace that thought soon after it comes. Stop trying to people please. By taking the energy off yourself and putting it into others, you are leaving your cup empty while fueling others. Put that energy into yourself. Take responsibility for your own life and own it. No excuses. Your mistakes, downfalls all built you up. Be proud of that and not regretful, because if it weren't for those things, you wouldn't be who you are and where you are today. Understand what you want in your life and stay true to the path to get you there. Be accepting of yourself as well as others. Accept those around you regardless of their situations or choices in life. We don't have to like what others do, but by being accepting, it's necessary. Treat people fairly. Avoid judging others and allow them to show you who they are for themselves. We may not like certain parts of ourselves, but we accept those parts and we must extend the branch to others as well. Be able to express yourself freely and without a fear. Stop trying to fit yourself in a box that you were meant to grow out of. Feel free and be free. Express yourself in whatever way you feel fit for you, your life, and your goals. Love yourself as well as others. Love is something that isn't given as much in this day, either to ourselves or others. The self-love movement is becoming more popular, which is amazing because with media, we could have been led astray. With the self-love movement, we are beginning to learn exactly what it is to love ourselves and what it takes to love ourselves, and we are going for it full throttle. In that same breath that we take to love ourselves, we have to be able to love others as well. Despite who they are, their past, or what they have done, you have to be able to mirror that love from yourself onto others, to be authentic. Acknowledge when you are wrong or in the wrong about a situation. Yes, it takes bravery and courage to admit when you're wrong, but you are courage, you are bravery, and you are honesty. Being able to admit when you are wrong is one of the most authentic traits to have. Many see acknowledging wrongs as a failure, as a loss, so they hide it when they are wrong and either try to cover it up, distract, or run from it. Admit it every time, because when you do, you learn from your mistakes. You grow and bloom even more into your authentic self. Focus on being better and not perfect. Perfection isn't real. It's unachievable in all reality. We need to strive to become better, grow and learn, and keep taking the necessary steps to become the best version of ourselves. This is a process. As a matter of fact, it's a lifelong process that never ends. There is no limit to your growth unless you put the limit on yourself. Be respectful to yourself and others. Again, everything that you do needs to be in alignment with everything else. If you show respect to yourself, you can't then go on to disrespect someone else. That is not being consistent, and you are showing two different sides to yourself. Respect others as much as you respect yourself. You have grown, changed, bloomed, and you are flourishing. You aren't the same person that you once were. In life, you will continue to grow, build, change, and bloom. Don't ever let anyone stop the sun that shines upon you. Keep striving to be the best version of yourselves and never stop learning and growing.